In my life, for as far as I can remember, I feel like things have never been easy for me. Every time I experience a joyful moment or a moment of happiness, I feel like I can never trust the universe. I feel anxious. I feel that tragedy is going to hit at any moment, and so I'm always preparing, I'm always planning. But as I've grown up, I'm wise enough to know that when you're in a dark place, you're probably being buried. And this burial is probably lifting you up and helping you to grow. And I try to remind myself every single day that even if I lose everything, I'm probably going to gain something truly and deeply better that belongs to me. And so the adventure begins. Don't know why I'm so nervous to do this. I've shot this video multiple times and I am struggling, but we're gonna get through it. Hi guys, and welcome to the checklist.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today guys, we're having a thirst, but approximately
if you're new here, welcome. I have seen that we have new subscribers and I'd like to welcome you guys and thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. Please don't forget to also like our videos, guys. It really helps with the algorithms and just pushing our channel so that other people can meet our community, our little community that we have built here on YouTube. And as you guys know, we do only chilled vibes here, no drama, just chilled, relaxed and zen. I'm trying my best to come across as authentic. I'm sure you guys have gauged that vulnerability is not really my strongest point. I struggle with being vulnerable. I feel like vulnerability is like a sign of weakness. And I am smart enough to know that that is a trauma response. It's not healthy to operate the way that I operate. I struggle so much with emotions and displaying emotions. I feel like once I do that, especially in front of people, they will find pleasure and satisfaction, and more especially around people that I know don't have my best interests at heart. I tend to just have a wall up, and that is just how I operate. So doing these types of videos as well for me is very difficult, but I understand that I've got a community that I love so much and I want to share my life with you guys, and in order for me to connect with you guys, I have to learn to be vulnerable around you guys. I am the only person actually, sadly, that I'm vulnerable with is my sister. She knows me in and out. I can be so vulnerable with her. Even like with my mom and my dad, I try like show this tough exterior, and yeah, she's the only person that brings that out of me that I can talk to on a genuine level. And I want like my second safe space to be here on YouTube. And I thank each and every single one of you for continuously supporting us and liking our videos. For those that have commented, we love you guys.
Babes, that's the only thing, but we thanks a lot for everything. And what a good act to us, look after us, then come more. Thanks. That's what we're looking for. Cheers, guys.
Peace, bro.
I appreciate that. Thanks for everything.
We love you, bro.
I love you too, guys.
And yeah, we wish to just grow with you guys, grow with us. And the reason why I'm actually doing this video is just to talk a little bit about, like, speaking of growth, just things that I've developed in my life, which I think is also just part of growth. And I don't want to make it seem redundant because, like, my sister did a life update, but just to be transparent with you guys, I don't want to put out any clickbait. This is also going to be a life update from my perspective, because we are no longer together. We can no longer record together. We no longer have that banter and we can lean on each other. It's just me and her, and sometimes it can get a little bit nerve-wracking when you're alone. But I think with difficulty comes also growth. So this is my life update. You see, guys, like I struggle with vulnerability because I feel like when I'm not vulnerable, I'm so robotic. Even in my speech, I'm like do. Anyways, let me stop babbling on. Life updates. So, how my relocation happened, I think in all honesty, it was triggered by my spiritual awakening. Guys, please don't click out. I'm not going to, babble and waffle about like my spiritual journey, blah blah blah. It really is interwoven into my life update. So I had my spiritual awakening when I had my daughter. Just to summarize all of that, I think when I had my daughter, I realized that I was dealing with like a lot of unaddressed childhood traumas and traumas that I had accumulated over the years, that now I realize that, oh my gosh, I'm having a child and I don't want my traumas to affect my parenting. And never mind affect my parenting, I feel like as a parent as well, another job that you are given is being a guide to this little human being that you mold and you guide throughout life. And I just wanted to make sure that my guidance to her is not dictated by my traumas, as our parents have been guilty of doing. I feel like our parents do not really, like, they set us up the best way that they can for life, but because not like they didn't have the perfect parenting modeled to them as well, so they are also parenting with a few tools. And I mean, how let's do like your parents used to give you a whooping. That's how they, like, I feel like some things don't warrant us using corporal punishment or just punishing your child. I feel like sometimes you can just talk through certain situations. And with having my daughter, I've seen that as the best moment. Excuse me, I just have my notes on my phone. As the best moment for me to be the best parent for my daughter and just try and guide her through life in a healthy way and not respond from a traumatic point of view and from a healthy point of view. So I went into like deep meditation, deep prayer, speaking to God. I also went to like African spirituality, learning about my lineage, ancestors, and how all of that interconnects into our DNA and psychology and how we become the people that we are, so that I could just like pour this wealth of knowledge into my daughter. And I realized that I was struggling from severe anxiety as well. So I think having that spiritual awakening, it helped me address my inner anxiety, and I was starting to learn tools like sound baths, meditation, self-care, like the spiritual community was teaching me so many things about myself and how to deal with like some of the problems that I have in my life. And then while doing all of that, it hit me that I'm not fulfilling my life's purpose. And and the main thing that I needed to address was my career. I don't want to say that, I worked in it was far from being a bad environment. Like, I had the most supportive team. I was working from home. There was a level of respect. There was a level of community at work. I felt like, for the most part, it was a good space. But I just felt like I was stuck. I just felt like I wasn't really learning anymore, and to a certain degree I felt like I was being taken for granted, because I had been moved from this position to this position to this position without any serious incremental raises in my salary, and every time somebody leaves, especially in the field that I work in, they would just put me in that position and not say that, okay, Tejo, have a formal conversation with me that, oh my gosh, we've seen your dedication and whatever, so we're going to increase your salary. There were no benefits as well, and I mean, that's all trivial, but in the grand scheme of things, of having a child as well, I was like, is this the type of job that I want to be in, to provide security for my child, whereas I'm not really fulfilled in my life? And this question of purpose was looming over me, and I felt like I can't provide for my child. So if I'm going to provide for my child, I must be in something that I really, really, really enjoy. I'd rather have a shitty salary, I'm sorry to say that, but have purpose and grow in that and try and increase my salary. That's the point. That's the mental space that I was in. So I spoke to my parents, spoke to everyone around me that I loved, and I said to them, I am why are you so invested in my things? Leave me alone. Okay, let me get this recording out. So then I resign. I tell myself I'm going to focus on my schoolwork, because I have been delaying my schoolwork because of my work. My work had become so overwhelming that I didn't even have a life. Even on weekends I had to work. So I was like, I'm gonna focus on my schoolwork. And then my mother had given me a few ideas in terms of, okay, this is how you can start to make money. So while I was busy with my schoolwork, I was also looking for job posts while I was at home, and then I found something that suited my skills, to the T. I feel like it was serendipity, and just God was just telling me that you're gonna get this. I apply, boom, on the same day, the person that put out the post replies back to me and asks me for a motivational letter. Long story short, I get the job, but it's not in my home province. So that means that I've got a daughter, I've got this job, it's got, all the perks that I'm looking for at the time, and I'm just thinking to myself, okay, let me just go back into the job market. Maybe this is something that is going to be fulfilling, and it's going to be a new start, and I'm going to be able to take care of my daughter the best way I can. So I decided to go with it. It was a very, very difficult decision to make, especially because I have a child, and having to leave my child, I am a single parent. So the only support system that I have is my family, and my family was like, we'll take care of your child, which I feel very, very, very it's okay, and I'm very happy. And I noticed that a lot of people don't have that opportunity, or not even opportunity, what am I saying? Don't have that type of support. But I feel so guilty, and I feel like this is so hard. I sometimes feel like I'm a bad parent for leaving my child at home with my mom. But you know, at the end of the day, these are the cards that I'm dealt with, and I have to take care of my child. Like there's literally no other way. It's either I make something happen like how I planned, or this can help propel my career and I can take care of my child through my career. So I was like, okay, this is the best option. Let me go with it. So I relocate. Guys, I was so excited at first. Like, I was like extremely excited. I was like, okay, it's a new city, a new place. I'm going to be able to like reinvent myself, because I had learned all of these spiritual tools. So I'd learned how to meditate. I had learned how to, you know, quote unquote, be a good and better person. But I didn't realize that once you start going on this journey of addressing your traumas, that's when the universe starts testing if you have really learned how to, you know, address your traumas, or are you fronting because, you know, spirituality seems like it's such a cool thing and everybody's doing it, yada yada yada. So I got in there, I was eager, I was so excited because I had been working remotely and these people were working in the office. So I was like, oh, back to office culture life, I'm going to learn so much skills. And I went in there and I learned everything. And it was great. But at the same time, I started to realize some inner issues with myself as it relates to other people. I'm not going to talk about like what happened specifically, but I started realizing that I have a people-pleasing complex, and I like being liked. And as a result, I feel like I always have to be nice. But slowly but surely, I realized that not everybody is like you, and stop trying to be nice. And I learned that the hard way. And I think the reason that happened to me was because the universe was trying to show me that also you have a problem with people pleasing, and people pleasing is also a trauma response. You like pleasing people. Why do you like pleasing people? And why do you need validation? I was sitting and asking myself, why do I need validation from people that I don't even know from a can of paint? Why do I need to be liked by people that I don't even know from a can of paint? Like, I just started like realizing that, girl, you are toxic. Stop it. Like, you are toxic. Are the people that are in your life not enough? Do they not serve you with enough love? Do they not serve you with everything that you need? Why do you want to now start accumulating the validation of other people? And I'm just at that point where I think I'm almost at the finish line of learning this lesson, but it's the most valuable lesson, and I'm so happy. Now for this part of my video, I think it's just going to be a little bit more light-hearted. Because I've already gone there. So on the 22nd of April, Taurus season, I am going to be turning 30. And funny enough, I have been Googling videos about what happens when you turn 30.
Because if I don't laugh, I'm gonna cry.
What are the things that people don't tell you about when you turn 30? Guys, like, if you look at my algorithms, it's just wild what I have been trying to search. So the reason why I started searching this is obviously because I want to prepare. I always prepare for my next journey, but in all honesty, I really didn't get a lot from it. I think there is I studied sociology in school, so sociology, I think the sociology in us tells us that at 30 at least you should be married, you should have your own home, your own car, you should be having your little side hustle, starting up, your career should be at least you should have a senior or manager or executive in your title. You should be there should be huge developments in your life. You should be looking at buying a second holiday home. I don't know, I know that's a little bit extravaganza, but
If a nigga wants to propose to you, 6 rings. Slap 6 rings on the table. I need 6 rings. I need options.
I mean, a girl can only think and dream, but I mean, there's just a certain image that you think you should try and attain before 30. And I'm looking at my life. I'm not married. I'm a single mom who's living across the country, trying to hustle for my daughter, living in a rental. And I'm just where do we go from here? Because I'm thinking 40 is just no, that is so toxic, but I'm genuinely thinking 40 is just around the corner, and I'm will I get married? I look at my other friends, and I do have friends that are married, but their marriages are not something I personally would want to mimic, and everything, things work for different people. And my other friends, they are not married, they are not in relationships, and I'm just but guys, I got here, I wasn't dating, started dipping my toe in the dating pool. Oh, it's a cesspool. Guys, dating is just icky, it's just I tried it, I was just no, I retreated back. I was red alert, go back, get back to the green zone, go back to the safe zone. I am not trying to date.
I feel like I deserve to be spoiled. I'm not gonna wait around for a man to do it. Do that shit myself.
Another thing, guys, friendships. Talking about relationships and friendships. At 30, you're looking at other 30-year-olds. They have this great friendship group. I mean, when I got here, I started watching Insecure, and I'm looking at my life. Here I am in a new city. No friends, no friend groups, nobody to go wine tasting with, vent about my bad, dating life, nobody to take my pictures. I am literally going to have my 30th birthday, but I wouldn't want to spend it with anyone else. I'm going to be spending it with my sister. But I look at other people and their 30th birthdays, they're just wild, They're having so much fun with all the people that they've accumulated over the years, and they are celebrating them. And I'm just looking at my life and I'm what have you been doing for the past 10 years to get yourself to this point? So guys, this is my turning point.
You win some, you lose some. We're gonna be back again next week.
I have been introspecting. Bear with me, I know this video is just all over the place, but I'm trying to bring it home, and if it doesn't get home, we will be back with another video, and it will definitely get home, okay?
This is business.
This is my sweat.
I know, but I did business.
Shut up! Shut up!
This is business.
Hey!
I invested the money.
Stop talking! I will kill you!
Sorry.
I am personally trying to get my life together. I'm trying to get my finances together. I'm trying to get my love life back together. Well, not now, but soon I will embark on that journey. I'm so scared, guys. Yo, get some more joy. Hi, these men. Yo, these men battles are. I'm trying, you know, to get my friendships on track. I'm trying to be a better friend. I've learned that. I've learned actually from a video that I watched that in order to have friends, you have to be ready to be a friend. So in that position where I'm ready to be a friend, I think my friendships actually reign more supreme than my relationships. So I'm trying to be a better friend to all of my friends. It's very difficult for me because, like I said at the beginning of this video, I build up a wall and I'm so hard on myself and I can't be vulnerable. So I'm really cultivating some of my old friendships, and I'm realizing that my style of friendship is not like a circle of friends. I like having individual friends that I grew up with or that I've just recently made. So I just recently met a girl, she's my friend. I have a friend that I went to varsity with. I have a friend that I grew up with that I contact occasionally. I have a friend that was my former colleague. So I have those individual friends. And I like those types of friendships where it's just one-on-one friendships and they're not really like, we're not a circle. So I'm really growing those friendships. And I am really interrogating my life purpose. So since April hit, I don't know how you guys feel. That is when the beginning of the year actually started for me. That's when I started having so much energy. That's when I started refocusing and aligning my life goals to my purpose. So I've started getting onto a serious like routine in terms of my fitness, what I consume, because my skin is not giving what it's supposed to, like glow yagana. So we are trying to get it to, you know, that point. With every day comes new opportunities, and I'm just trying to put my best foot forward and just be the best person that I can be. And I feel like, you know what, a routine right now is really serving me great. I have stopped my meditation. I have gone into prayer. So I've been in a season of prayer since it's Lent. Speaking of Lent, I'm going to be alone in Easter for the first time. I'm so sad. I don't even want to think about that. I've already given you guys tears, so I'm not going to give you tears again. But I have to. And you know, my bunga, my big girl panties, and trooper on and hope that as I am praying in the season of prayer, God will, just as He has come through for me every single time when I pray to Him, that, you know what, God, fix this, help me, show me. He will definitely show up for me and show me where I should go next and what I should do next. Because as much as it's hard, it's hard speaking as well. I know that all of this is not in vain, and I'm going to get to the finish line, and I'm just going to be crying.